All right, we are about to get started. Let me turn down this jazz music real quick. Sorry if anybody was vibing. And we are about to play some classic score attack today. We'll play the single player effect mode and then hop into some multiplayer matches to spectate and commentate some games. Welcome in. Are you not entertained? A few stragglers here on Instagram. Welcome in. All right, let's get started here. How's it going? It is going pretty good here. Yeah, about to vibe into the weekend. I feel like it's been a long week. There's a lot going on, a lot of work to be done. But we are winding down. I suppose we do have a humanity community event tomorrow that I'm looking forward to. But that is fun to me, as relaxing. But hope you're doing well. And yeah, we're gonna hop into some classic score attack for a little bit. I'm gonna hop into single player just to set the mood, and while we have our players hopping in chat and such. So let's get started. What speed are we feeling? Some level 18 action. And then yeah, NTSC referring to the American version, and PAL referring to the European version. In PAL, it is and this is to pay homage or to be like accurate to classic Tetris, right? Because a lot of Europeans grew up with this version where you can move a little bit faster left and right, but the gravity kicks in sooner, or the high gravity that is. Whereas the NTSC version, yeah, it has levels up to level 29, where gravity keeps increasing, right? And on PAL, that goes up to 19. So we're going to play NTSC, the more popular one. I am Nobody, welcome in. So let's go full screen here. Ooh, that is a little off on Instagram. Saying I've been showing up to every community event because I have nothing to do on nothing better to do on a Friday night. Well, this is definitely the best way to spend your time. You should not feel bad about it. I mean, what better way to spend your Friday than gaming with a community of some sort, right? I mean, that is a pastime for me at least. All right, let's get real. See if we can transition into level 19. So when you start on any level over 10, wait, no, that's not correct. When you start from level 18, to transition into level 19, you have to hit 130 lines. So we'll see if we can get to 130 lines here on level 18, which is deceivingly fast pace. For any of you that haven't played Classic just yet, if you're more just working through journey mode or stick to the modern variants. Classic has like instant lock delay, and the controlling your pieces is a little trickier than it looks. So it can be deceivingly difficult in like a mechanical sense in terms of controlling your blocks, right? What's up, Mambo? Hope you're excited for your match tonight. Who are you playing again? Are you playing Nobody? I am Nobody. Whenever Nobody has a match, it makes it sound like I'm not doing my job, like I don't have a match for you. And yes, of course, this game mode is included due to the popularity of CTWC. Misaguchi-san actually went to CTWC 2018. Yes, 2018. And saw the effect it had on everyone in the venue, I'm sure. I was not at the 2018 CTWC. My first one was 2019, so never did get that experience, but I've been to multiple CTWC since, or I've participated every year since. Yes, your username does not cause any confusion. Ooh. Uh-oh. If I get droughted here, it's going to be kind of tough. And I was droughted. No transition. Welcome in, Bill Nye, the Science Fry. Unable to play tonight, but hopefully you're able to lurk and chill out, watch some games. Or are you actually able to play? Let me check Discord. No, possibly lurking. All right, we'll get one more game in here. Once this game comes to a conclusion, our first game will take place between Aiken and... who's Aiken playing? I should know this. I believe Chariot or something like that. I think a new player to our community showcase. Aiken is... I wonder who's attended the most community showcases so far. I feel like it's got to be Aiken or a few of the other names I see in the chat. Mambo, you attend a lot of these. We are starting to get regulars, which is cool. Atomic Spoons has attended most of these. I haven't seen them today. We could have an unofficial community showcase attendance leaderboard. That might be kind of funny, actually. Oh god. So here's what's tricky about classic score attack is when you make the mistake. So I'm mostly like on autopilot mode, right? But it just takes one little mess up and you have to be focused for quite a while because, I mean, the game can last up to 10 minutes. Yeah, just one little mistake up high and then you have to go into panic mode or God mode if you're a good player. Yeah, as you see when I stack, I tend to have a higher left, just an easy way to go with the flow in classic. So don't take safe burns because you want to keep your board fairly low, especially on like these higher speeds like level 18, level 19, especially level 19. And then of course there is more than one control method. So I like to use what is called DAS, which is an acronym for delayed auto shift. So I just hold left and right and my pieces automatically move. But there's like a cadence or a rhythm to it that takes a lot of practice. But when you get used to it, it feels great. It can be a lot of fun. But you are also prone to not always be on the best rhythm, right? So you can have your on and off days if you use that control method. And then there's hyper tapping, where you just simply tap your D-pad, joystick, whatever you use for Tetris effect, multiple times rather than using the built-in speed. And then if you are at all in tune with classic score attack and like CTWC, there's rolling. And players have kind of gotten rolling down on Tetris effect as well. And typically we'll use their actual NES controllers with adapters, which is pretty cool. But I believe you can also roll with a keyboard and stuff like that. I think players still prefer rolling on their classic controller though, simply due to like how it's built. and having that flat bottom. Yeah. Happy to elaborate further if anyone wants to nerd out on control methods. Ooh, set up for a dirty Tetris here. Not gonna get it. I'm gonna bring this board down. We're chilling. Not going for high scores. I mostly just want to survive at this point. When you get to level 20, it actually changes the music in-game, so it's always a good way to get hyped. Yeah, level 20 sound effects, they hit different. Because usually when you get to level 20 in like a multiplayer match, right, that's when it like kicks in the anxiety, kicks in the adrenaline, right? And then on top of that, you have the music to accentuate it, or to amplify that. Anyone that's frequent in classic score attack queue knows exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, so one more line and we are going to go into level 19, and then every 10 lines we are going to level from there. And if we get to level 29, that is considered, well, it used to be a kill screen, but for DAS it still is a kill screen for my control method. So we'll see if we can get there. Ooh! That wasn't there. I think there was an owl in my room for a moment. Had to shoo the owl away. Oh. So this is tough. Making owl noises. That's when you know you're into it. All right, so new record because all my scores were reset on this machine. And all right, rocking that SS at the least. So let's hop into our multiplayer matches. Yes, that was a quick tap. So quick tap is like, you have your limits to how far left and right you can get when you use the built-in speed. So you have to like, once you get to the far left or far right side, you like hit an extra tap, and you can get a little farther than you would otherwise. So that always feels good to hit, especially on those higher levels. All right, so who do we have up first? I believe it was Aiken, right? Aiken and Chariots. We'll see if Chariots is around. Oh, Messix might want to play tonight. And Nick Fury, very cool. Get my full cam up here while I set up the room. So if you want to play, be sure to join the Enhanced Discord at discord.gg/enhance. And select that community events rule when you join for the first time so that you get notified of future showcases if you want to participate. And I will shoutcast your matches, commentate, and chill vibes, nothing on the line except your pride. So take that as seriously as you want to, or relax as much as you would like to. And all right. I don't know if Aiken's opponent is around. If not, there's probably somebody else ready and waiting. Well, welcome in everybody tuning in on Instagram, X/Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you are. I think in future streams I want to get chat from every platform available on the stream for everybody to see, so it's easier to communicate. And I look less crazy if I'm talking to somebody on one platform. Sorrow Bear, long time no see. Alright, so Aiken is booting up. Not sure if Aiken's opponent is in here. Who's around Aiken's skill level? Zan. Is Zan around? Alright, so it looks like we'll have Zan versus Aiken. And we'll get some classic Tetris going here. One of my favorite game modes to commentate. It has like a pacing to it. It starts out a little more chill. Of course, it can spiral at any moment in chaos, but it has a progression to it from start to finish, from chill to hype. So it can be fun to commentate. Ooh, Shock59 is typing. That might be game. And then on deck, we are going to have... Who is on deck? Nobody and Mambo. I know you two are around. Alright, Zan found their way in the lobby. What is Zan's avatar about to be? We'll have to find out on the next episode. And Aiken choosing to play on... They're playing on their headset, their MetaQuest headset tonight. For whatever reason, maybe to mix it up. Playing Classic on virtual reality feels a little different than the rest of Tetris Effect, where it's like... Classic Score Attack is meant to look like the retro game, right? So it's a little off the beaten path in terms of Tetris Effect and VR. But here we are, and Aiken is rocking it. And Xana's ready. And you two, feel free to choose a... Oh, I think we're set to first one right now. But we'll get some more games in. Alright, Aiken is choosing a level. I think Zan wanted to play up to 15. All right, so Aiken, aka Elohim 2710. Let's get my face off the screen here. And Zan on the right with a level 9 start. Love to see it. Something about the orange-red hue of level 9, the intensity. It looks really nice in Tetris Effect as well, with the glow behind the boards. Live Shen reaction. I don't know if I want. We could do that for fun, maybe. I feel like when I commentate, I tend to like hunch into the screen a little bit. Also, Zween with a quick win here, and that shows the volatility of classic score attack. But yeah, feel free to play another game here. We'll have up to 3 games between these two. And then, yes, on deck is Mambo and Nobody. You two, yeah, please feel free to retry. Oh, exit. Okay. You know what? Let's set it to first to 2 to help with the confusion here. All right, just letting Zween and Aiken know that it was set up wrong. They can keep playing. I don't know if Aiken has already turned off their headset or not. There, you happy, Shocky? I'm back. All right, looks like they are both in here. Okay. So Messix and Nick Fury added you to the end of the queue if you're listening. Not sure if Numbers is playing. All right. Ooh, Aiken with the sweat emote. Can they get a long bar over? They can. A bit of a flagpole setup with the double long bar. Happens to the best of us. Nice down stack from Aiken. Could use another long bar. Has some dependencies set up. Meanwhile, Zween with a goofy build as well, so actually anybody's game right now. Even though Zween has that clean bottom waiting for them, when you're stacking this high up on the board, it can be troublesome. And yeah, this is not over. I think we need another line clear from Zween, and I don't know if it's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So Aiken lucks out with a win. Oh, look, you have the same Tetris rate? Yeah. Literally just came down to... I guess Aiken must have cleared a double at some point. It just came down to, like, a single line efficiency versus 2 singles from Zween. Every little bit counts. Welcome in, El Dinos. Also, I saw you on YouTube earlier. Phony08. Hello, hello. With the Pikachu avatar. I see the avatars on my end pretty easily. I'm nobody saying my heart is beating so fast I made it to level 18 and ranked from a 15 start. Very nice. Or I was what level start was it? Nobody. From 12, even better. More levels to progress through. And I am looking away, and Aiken tops out, early top out. But yeah, Zween taking an early win here. This is also classic in a nutshell. Games could be over before you know it, or they can last over 10 minutes, right? Welcome in, McCry. Yes, classic can be very punishing indeed. Oh yeah, Bill Nye, if you do make it, the real Bill Nye in the flesh, if you make it tonight, you're welcome to play. You can maybe challenge Neil deGrasse Tyson or any other pop scientist to Tetris. I say pop scientist, but I don't know what the actual term is. A public, well-known science figure of some sort. Who else would fit that bucket? Science communicator. Is that the official term? Aiken is up so high right now, waiting for that long bar. I don't know if they can get anything to the left. And Zween is good to go for another win here. So a bunch of early top outs, but hey, at least Aiken was able to nab that extremely close match. Or close round, that is. GG's. But feel free to stick around. I think we might have some new players hopping in around your skill levels, Aiken and Zween, if you are available in a bit. And if we have the time. Yeah, so Mambo and Nobody, make your way in here. Now. Make your way here now. I'll repost the room code. Where did the room code go? Oh, there it is. Ooh, Zween wants to play 7.8k. Have any other challengers around the 8k number? Oh, also Shock. We have a new player, Shock, at 3.6k. So whether you are new or experienced, there's some challengers waiting for matches. All right, Nobody and Mambo, you are good to go when you're ready. Good luck, have fun. We have the Monarch Butterfly versus a Shark. Who wins that battle? IRL. Or is it just a no contest due to environmental differences? And yeah, Nobody, Mambo, feel free to choose a level or agree on a level in chat. Yeah, we can do an 18 start here. Starting out fast. This is the standard level start in competitive classic Tetris at the highest level. when you watch a lot of classic Tetris, eventually level 18 looks slow because you watch a lot of 19 and like level 29. But after you play for yourself and then play some of the lower levels, you realize how quick it is. It's just a matter of perspective. Especially, I like to practice on level 19, and then once I start playing level 18, it feels slow. It feels nice. If you are trying to ever overcome a certain level, just throw yourself at it, or even a higher level. Ooh, nobody with a nice clear there. So halfway up the board, you got to be really careful. See if they can find the clears they need here. There we go. And Mambo is super low to the board, so really all eyes on nobody as they try to downstack their way through this. But Mambo with that clean play is looking good for game number 1. Ooh, El Dinos. We can have El Dinos versus Zween, perhaps. If you two are up for it, I'll add you to the queue. And yeah, I guess we're just looking for a newer player or someone on the lower, like a lower SR, to play against Shock 59. Shock 59, I know you're pretty good at some of the other modes. I don't know if you just don't play Classic. You could be a dark horse. Whenever you have 3,500 rating, you never know how good they actually are. Maybe they could play Bill Nye, if Bill Nye makes it through here. You practice any sciences, Shock. We have a science battle. Yes, Bill Nye is in the building. As far as I know, it's the real Bill Nye. And it's just more fun to imagine it that way. All right. So how's this match shaping up here? 36 lines in, level 12 start. Level 12 is an ideal start if you like level 10 through 10, 11, or 12. They are all the same speed. However, 12 will get you a higher score output. So typically players, if you like certain speed, they'll tend to start on the higher level with the same level speed, just so you can get extra score per Tetris, per line clear. So 12 through 15 are the same level speed, so people pick level 15, and then 16 through 18 are the same level speeds, so people will pick 18. 19 through 28 are the same speeds, and then 29 plus is all the same speed if you are able to play at that speed. Speed, speed, speed. How many times did I say speed? Yeah, no rush, Bill Nye. I think we have a little bit until your match anyways. I think up next we have Shocky and Nedo. I know Nedlo's been looking forward to our community showcase. Classic score attack fanatic. Also pretty darn good at Connected Versus. They've been playing on our bi-weekly Connected Versus voice hangout in the Discord. Ooh, nobody hanging that long bar. Looking for a long bar. Hopefully nobody is able to get it. It's going to be close. They got it, but they covered the well. Ooh, oh no! No, that was tragic. And Mambo does take the game there. GG. Nobody, I felt that one. Yeah, unfortunate. Okay, so Super Shocky and Nedlo, make your way to the lobby. Yes, GG's. That is classic score attack in its essence. Okay. So the lobby is posted. Oh, Instagram thinks I'm a bot. Let's get that going back up here. Or maybe just thinks I'm a bot viewer. Okay, looks like the stream's still good. Super Shock is in the building. Is Nedlo around? We'll give Nedlo a ping. Oh, there they are. As I ping them on Discord. All right, Trebuchet. Any Trebuchet fans? See if this Trebuchet can hit the butterfly with whatever ammunition it is carrying. I believe it's a ballista. And is the actual avatar name. You know what, Mambo? I was thinking about playing Age of Empires 2. I thought they were doing DLC for Age of Empires 2, however that makes sense. I love RTS games. I mostly played the Blizzard ones like Warcraft, StarCraft, but I do like Age of Empires 2. Yeah, I played a lot of Stormgate during a recent public access. That's also really fun. Okay. So Super Shock is, for those of you that don't know, our Trifecta champion for 2 years in a row, which means you have to be good at every game mode. So you have to be able to win in classic score attack, and zone battle against your opponents. And you have to win 2 out of 3 game modes, right? So Super Shock is the victor in that format, albeit very close 2 years in a row. Dormy got second the first year, and then Iraqi from Japan got second for 2023, which was super cool. In very close matches. Yeah, pretty much as close as it gets. With Iraqi had the edge in zone battle, very strong zone battle player, and Super Shock with the edge on classic score attack, However, their score attack was extremely close, so it ended on a score attack must-see TV matchup, if you ask me. All right, Nedo a little high here. Does find that Tetris very nice. Pressure relieved. And are they opting to stack a dirty Tetris, and they nail it right away. But yeah, eventually they're going to want to make their way back to the right. I'm not really sure on Nedlo's playstyle. Seems like they like to play a little bit aggressive, which is cool to see. And they do have a bit of a lead here, so roughly a 3-4 Tetris lead for Nedo. Or about a 3 Tetris lead. Shocky throws one down. Excuse me. And Nedo throws one back. Oh yes, Ferox versus Zween was a mega match. Sourbearer, yes. Did I hear some RTS game names, or am I going crazy? Yes, you did. I could spend the whole stream talking about RTS games, but I don't know if that is in my job description for when I'm hosting Tetris streams. Yeah, what kind of games are you all playing right now? I just picked up Dave the Diver and a game called what's it called? I literally just got it. Pepper Grinder from Devolver Digital. It's pretty cool. Tetris Effect Connected. Good choice. Good choice. Yeah, Mambo points out Nedo is pushing down on speed 18. Yeah, so whenever you push down, it actually matches the speed of level 19, but you get push down points. Not many games actually are decided by push down points, but if you ever do win because of the extra points you get from pushing down, you could be like, I told you so. It was worth it. And in Tetris Effect Connected, there is a 2-minute timer once somebody tops out. So if you push down a lot, you can actually make use of that extra time, right? So there's probably more reason to push down in Tetris Effect Connected than in when you play on the old NES console, right? The flip side of that is a good screen watcher will watch the opponent's board and may know what pieces are coming next if the opponent is pushing down because they're ahead in the future, if that makes sense. Because players actually have the same pieces on Tetris Effect Connected, so if you choose to play a little bit more behind, and sometimes you can stack in a way where you ensure you're playing a little bit behind because it allows you to screen watch and maybe get a longer piece preview because you may know what pieces are coming up next. Or when, especially when a long bar is about to arrive, which is probably the easiest thing to kind of pick up on. Nice adjustment there from Nedo. Nedo picking up a 100k lead against Super Shocky, who is no slouch in Classic here. I think Nedo mentioned they have a 10k SR. So pretty strong Classic score tag player. I want to say they improved a lot since TECWC. So probably on the grind for that next tournament. Destiny 2, I played that a little bit. That was a long time ago, though. Bejeweled 2. I never did get hooked on Bejeweled. But to be fair, I also didn't really... never had it on my phone. I feel like this is kind of a good phone game. I did like... have any of you played Hexic? Maybe kind of like Bejeweled-ish? Hexic is actually from Alexei Pajitnov as well, the creator of Tetris. Someone wake up Allenbot. Allenbot's crazy. I would like to see Allenbot versus Sodium Overdose. Sodium Overdose was rolling extremely well on Tetris Effect during that community showcase we had with Blue Scooty, Sodium, Miles, and Somalian Huff, and Super Shocky. Super Shock does top out after a valiant effort, getting to level 25. So Nedlo is good, and they're pretty much at the end here, so they're welcome to Molin, which means you can play it out. It's usually good etiquette to finish your game, but obviously if you're at this stage, you might as well play it out. All right, nice game. 800k from Nedlo, or 799. 799. Nick saying these pieces are brutal. Oh, RTS talk. Don't get me started. AKA real-time strategy. Oh, Jose, on Instagram, if you're still there, welcome in. Missed your message. See you eyeing us. Welcome in, Grass Pelt. Well, I guess, yeah, Shocky mentioned we're playing Tetris Effect, and I assume anybody here is probably playing Tetris Effect in some capacity. Anybody getting any new personal bests or shaking up some game modes, learning new strategies? What's your status report? I need to get my community intel. I saw that Iraqi posted they got a 108 line attack in a zone battle match, which was insane. Real Tetris strategy, true. Did any of you play the Black and White games? Black and White 1 or 2? I'd love to see those come back. Bill Nye is in the building. So Bill Nye, do we have a matchup for you? Oh, we can do Bill Nye versus Shock, actually. Oh yeah, looks like both of you are in chat. So Bill Nye and Chalk, we'll add you to the end of the queue, if that's okay with you. What started out as a lower participant stream ended up being pretty high here, so hopefully we can get all of these matches in. I see Grass Pelt is looking for a match. Yeah, grass battle if we have time and we find a matchup for you, we can do that. All right, let me get some commentary in here. So this time, Super Shock with the score lead, ever so little. Score lead, and they're ahead or behind by 10 lines, so playing more efficient, just overall. So coming back strong after that that game one. Seems like Nedo will be able to play into the later levels, so Super Shock getting a good score to start here. That's a good idea. Possibly teasing at the Vits. If we see a Vit set up, I'll call it out here. Super Shock, he thought about it. Tetris for Nedlow. Trying to close that gap. I like that, taking that double, triple a little early. If they tried to stack that up, it would have caused some spires, excuse me. And even there, I like Nedlow's discipline to just like know when to not spire too much. Like, even if you mess up your board, like it'll be worth it just to survive and like create those line clears. Because if Nedlow like tried to just spire up there for some Tetrises, they probably would have topped out. All right, Nedlow, this Tetris will be crucial. They go for the triple, but it's okay because as they approach level 19, they can get a little acclimated here and get a Tetris right after going into 19. Super Shocky with a pretty good lead. Should be feeling comfortable going into 19, playing a little bit conservative. Nice S-spin from Nedlow. Squiggly spin. Tetris for Nedlow. And they are 2 levels ahead. Pretty much 20 lines ahead still. So Super Shocky actually has the efficiency lead, just not the score lead, which it still puts pressure on Shocky to not top out here. They still have to get caught up. So the survivability from Nedlow may prove useful. It looks like Nedlow doesn't look like they're using DAS. I think they're tapping. Yeah, getting really far to the left there. And Nedlow is going to top out, so Shocky is good for game number 2. Shocky playing on Nintendo Switch, I believe tapping. Nedlow, what are you playing on, if you have a moment to chat? I see a controller. So probably a Switch or PlayStation. Okay, you're on Switch. Ooh, welcome in, Misty. Hey, Misty, if you want to play a game, you might be a good matchup for Grass Pelt to end our stream later. If you're around, that is. Grass Pelt was looking for somebody to play. Oh, Super Shocky's playing Stardew Valley. I almost reset my Stardew Valley. Well, not reset, but it's weird, like, I wanted to play it again, and then I opened up my previous save, and it's like, I don't remember what was going on. I'm like, I probably want to start over at this point. Didn't they do a recent update for that game? Maybe it would be a good time to get start over on Stardew Valley. Misty, have you been playing any classic score attack? All right. Ooh, Super Shock. Perfect clear potential there. Yes. Sweat emoji. I think Super Shock was, we should turn on perfect clear bonuses for the rest of the night. Make that worth it. Are we all in agreement on that? Perfect clears are worth 4 Tetrises. There is actually, yeah, it's pretty fun. So you can turn on perfect clears or T-spin bonuses in classic score attack if you're looking to shake it up in some friendly matches. We have done that for a few of our classic score attack nights. Tonight's been vanilla so far, but hey, if you want to in your match, Dinos, feel free to propose it to, who are you playing again? You're playing Zween, if Zween wants to try it. How many points does it give? It's totally customizable, so if you set it to 100%, it will match a Tetris. Or T-spin double will match a Tetris at 100%. And a T-spin single is half of a Tetris. Guess you actually get a lot of T-spin singles in classic score attack. Especially if you do what is called the JD spin. Tetris for Nedlo. Once again, Nedlo finding that around 3 Tetris lead here. They are ahead by about 10 lines. I think that is still like barely an efficiency lead for Nedlo. It's unlikely that Super Shock's only going to get 3 Tetrises in a row with no line clears. But it looks like Nedlo has to burn a little bit, so Shocky has an opportunity to get caught up here. Nedlo actually invited Shocky. They pinged him and bugged him, so perhaps Shocky and Nedlo play some classic score attack together, or they snipe each other in ranked more often than not. Yeah, we enabled perfect clear and T-spin for score bonuses when we did the Blue Scooty, Huffleupagus, Somalian, Miles. Oh, I'm missing somebody, I feel bad. Super Shocky, and who was the last person? When we did that showcase, we enabled T-spin, so it was a lot of fun. Oh, we also turn on 7-bag for the... So enable T-spins and turn on 7-bag for classic score attack for a trip. Why's my memory not serving me right? It was Huff, Sodium, Miles... Sodium, Miles, Somalian, Super Shocky, Blue Scooty. Well, I guess it is 6. All right, that Tetris for Super Shocky, putting them into transition. Nedlo with an immaculate stack so far, able to get pretty far to the left. Nice, yeah, nice taps from Nedlo, like consistently getting far left. That's what's hard for hyper tapping to me, is just that consistency. Like, I have a fast tap speed, but every once in a while I can't do it. And yeah, Nedlo's good. Nice win here over Super Shocky. So GG. And Shocky, thanks for coming out. I know you were busy tonight, but always are happy to have you. And accepting Nedlo's challenge. And you can get revenge on the next Classic Showcase if you'd like, Shocky. Shocky's going to come back with the ability to roll on their Joy-Cons, and you will not be ready for it, Nedlo. Or Pro Controller, whatever you're using. Oh yeah, thanks for joining. Okay, so who is up next? Messix and Nick Fury. Let's ping Messix. Nick Fury, I know, has been... They were kind of an OG classic score attack player. I remember playing against them in Ranked Q in like 2021. Heck, even 2020. Or not 2020. Oh yeah, 2020. This game's been out a while, hasn't it? Setting up a tournament involving Classic. Very nice. We haven't had too many Classic Score Attack community tournaments in recent months, so it'd be cool to see. I do know, yeah, Misty, you worked on some like mashup tournaments in the past using different score attack modes, and then I don't know if you hosted a standalone Classic tournament at any point. If you did, I was probably playing. Nick Fury is here. Is Messix around? Not sure if Messix is here. If that's the case, maybe we can bump the next match up. So I assume Dinos and Zween are around. Well, I assume Dinos. I don't know if Zween's around. So if you two are around, oh yeah, looks like Zween already found their way here, and Dinos is on the way. All right, we'll bump that match up first. Appreciate any patience, Nick Fury. All right. Zween rocking the King Tut Pharaoh avatar. Hope everyone is having a good Friday evening. I'm ready for the weekend. All right, they are ready. Hop back. Get my camera off of here. Yeah, Nedlo saying I need a Classic Score Attack tournament. I had a lot of fun. This is an older one, but that I think it was called Kill Screen. Was it a Puzzle Kingdom tournament? That was a fun one to play in. Oh yeah, shout out to Misty and Ultima Cup was a lot of fun. And I believe Ultima. Wait, is Ultima Cup the? I should know this. Ultima Cup Infinity, right? And then Ultima Cup 4, or the league, the standard league, which is ongoing. And I think I have a late match. Don't get mad at me, Misty. I have to play against Super Nooba still. Yeah, 100%. Echo what Super Shocky said. Which in the gist of it is Misty is awesome for hosting events. Alright, Dinos dropping a Tetris. So level 15 start, we got those pastel watercolor vibe. Area 3 vibe. Nice Tetris versus Weenie there. Center well. Tetris. I think eventually they're going to want to make their way to the right, and that could be a perfect transition. Not the best places, or not the best pieces in that moment if you did want to make your way to that right well. So Zweenie's going to have to do a little bit more burning. Ooh, that that placement from Dinos. You know what? That's actually salvageable. There's a few things you could probably like tuck in there to at least mitigate some of the damage. And there you go. That's probably the most efficient way you could have done it. That or an L piece. And yeah, so El Dinos only has a little bit of cheese to work through here to gobble up. Chat, what's your favorite cheese? Have any cheese fans? Cheese fans in the chat? I'm that guy that loves a good blue cheese. Does that count? Blue cheese, goat cheese. Gotta have a little bit of bitterness. It does go hard, doesn't it? That or like a sharp, any kind of like sharp cheese. Not any, but well, yeah, maybe any. I don't know if there's a cheese I don't like. Cottage cheese. You know what? I don't mess with cottage cheese, so maybe that's the one. Cheesecake. Yeah, that counts. Cheesecake is a good cheese. Alright, El Dinos is up pretty high here. Can they hit that T-spin? They do, but they still have to get something to the left, and they can't get the long bar. That would have been that was a tough execution. So Zweenie is good for game 1. GG. Early days here in the Tetris versus matchup. This is where I talk about random stuff and then get distracted until somebody messes up and then I miss it. Kind of like what happened with our cheese discussion. All right, clean start for Zween and Dinos. Zween still has that 100% Tetris rate. That could be a dangerous thing when you maintain perfect Tetris rate, because your mind eventually is like, I want to maintain this, and then you're going to stack overly aggressive and top out. At least that's what happens if you are me, but perhaps some of you have better discipline. Alright, Zween already showing better discipline and clearing some lines. I wonder if they can tuck in there. That's actually pretty hard to execute. Oh no, that T-piece. No. It was the right idea. It was just that hang on the T-piece was unfortunate. And Dinos takes game 2. That's the thing, like, even when you are proficient at higher speeds, whether it's 15, 18, 19, the more proficient, the more aggressive you get, the more greedy you are with your Tetris rate, and any little mishaps will spell the end. Yeah, I think Fractal was recently going for some other like 100% Tetris records. I'm not really up to speed on that though. Yeah, CTWC Live is an experience, and I can't say that Enhance will be there in some capacity, so you should definitely make it out if you're a fan of classic Tetris, or if you want to say hi to anybody on the Enhance team, or whoever is attending. I'll be there, no matter what. Yeah, and this year is actually in June. It's in Pasadena, California, so anybody in the LA area should definitely consider making it out. And we have some LA pros, like I think Blink wants to make it out. I'll probably bug QMK, or wait, QMK's not in, I think they're San Francisco, but yeah, I'm definitely going to bug people on the West Coast to make it out. Hope to learn rolling by then. Yeah, that was actually kind of my goal too. When you learning rolling is interesting. I mostly just want to do it just to say I can do it, not to win any tournaments or anything. But and then they dropped that they're doing a DAS only tournament in Portland, right? Which is super cool. So part of me wants to also play in that. And Dino's maintaining about a 2 to 3 Tetris lead here. I want to say 2 Tetris, yeah. My Tetris math has been a little bit off. Less classic Tetris for me in recent years. And drops a double Tetris. But Zween's actually behind on lines, so it's still a very close game. But still, you have that pressure of like being in the red, if you know what I mean. That red is a negative energy. Even though the score efficiency is so close, it still does put pressure on you in a way, because like, you know, your opponent has done well over the next 10 or so lines, right? It's like you have to keep up with them. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how the DAS only tournament does with the audience and the community. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of fun. So Messix and Nick Fury up next, and then we have, who are our final matches? Shock versus Bill Nye, and Misty versus Grass Pelt after that, and then that will close out our stream. So we do have that transition after 100 lines on level 15. Dinos making their way to 16, 17 at 110, and then 18, 120. And so on and so forth. We have the next speed increase at level 19 though, at 130 lines. So Zween is still doing pretty good on efficiency. Like, in an easy way to check when you have the extra HUD on. So if you go into gameplay, you can enable extra stats on your classic score attack board if you're wondering how to see the TRT, which means Tetris rate, and DHT, meaning drought. How long it's been since you've had a long bar. So you can enable that for yourself in the classic score, or I'm sorry, the gameplay options. But it does mean Dinos is playing a bit more efficient and ahead on line, so some pressure on Zween here. Alright, so Dinos. Thank you, Dinos, for triggering the level 20 sound effect and music. Just got hype in here. Alright, so 6 lines, make it 4 lines, make it 3 lines, make it 2 lines. And Zween will transition into the level 19 speed. Ooh, Dinos with a nice tuck. And then, ooh, that was a cool play from Dinos with that, that funky well. Very nicely done. And Zween with a clean transition into that level 19 speed. However, they are falling a bit behind now on Tetris rate, so Zween is going to have to... There's like a few ways you can approach this, right? It depends on the strength of your opponent. But you could be like, alright, maybe my opponent will top out. I just need to play conservative and play into the later levels. Or, if you know your opponent is a god at the game, you'd be like, alright, I'm behind on efficiency here. I just need to go as hard as I can for some Tetrises. So different schools of thought. It's hard to know. I don't know how good Dinos is, personally. But so far, they're pretty darn good. Alright, and it looks like Zween is going to hang that J piece there. And Dinos is A-okay for game 3. GG's. And yeah, Dinos is going to top out there. No Mullen for max. I think 53% going into a max will be pretty hard. Be pretty close. Unless they nail those Tetrises towards the end there. Alright, so Messix and Nick Fury, you're up next. Oh, we're gonna pick a new lobby here. While we do that, here I am. It's me, Austin. I work at Enhance. I develop communities. All right. So looking for Messix and Nick Fury. Please make your way to the game, and I'll be happy to assist you with some commentary. And yes, if you want to play in future community showcases, be sure to join our Discord. I'm going to plug it here in Discord and YouTube. Oh, sorry, I'm going to plug it here in Twitch chat and YouTube chat. And when you join, be sure to select that community events rule. Or if you're already in the Discord and don't have the rule and you want to know about these future events, if you're looking for more, I know some of you didn't know that this was going on, that are like classic score attack fanatics, right? So be sure to head to the enhanced Discord and select the community events role, and you'll be notified of future showcases, and you'll get paired against players of similar skill levels. Messix, where are you? Oh, okay. Just taking a while for TEC to open. But yes, hope you're all having a good weekend. We have what is our ritual tomorrow? We had relax. What's that for relax? We have classic, I think. Classic ritual tomorrow. Which includes probably, that's the largest playlist of effect modes. You have your sprint, your marathon, zone marathon, master, classic score attack, ultra, sprint. Did I say sprint already? Am I missing one? Let's see. Marathon, zone marathon, ultra, sprint, master, classic score attack. Am I missing one? Or is that it? I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Just testing my knowledge while we wait here. And it looks like the game is ready. Messix versus Nick Fury. Let's hop into full screen mode. I'll make a transition noise. Whoosh. So Messix is a very good player. I think if anything, they probably play less TEC. They play more on like a standard console. I think on TEC they actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure they might play with a mouse, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I think they use the in-game mouse control. All right, I like Nick's stack here. So Messix, albeit the more experienced player, yeah, they're gonna have to get acclimated here to TEC. And as I say that, Nick Fury is also, yeah, they have a bunch of experience, and I think they've done pretty well in our TEC-WC tournaments. I think I remember seeing their name in the bracket progress. I think they were a bit of a dark horse in last year's tournament. I haven't looked at the TEC-WC brackets in a while. I need to have a refresh on where everyone landed. All right, so strong start for Nick Fury, and knowing Messix as a player, yeah, you want to get a strong start. They can play these later levels in autopilot if they can control properly here. So getting that early lead will be nice. All right, Tetris for Messix. And another one. So Messix, yeah, they can kind of like stack for, I guess, three-row high Tetrises here, and just wait for that perfect burn if they're comfortable playing up a bit higher. And there you go. Look, that's a pretty efficient burn. And Messix takes that final one to make their way to that right well. The right well is the best way to stack Tetrises. It allows you to set up the most spins. I guess like you might be able to argue for some center well strategies, but yeah, I feel like if center well was the optimal way to play, we would see it at the highest level still. With somebody like Fractal would figure that out, right? But yeah, it allows you to set up like some unique spins to NES Tetris that don't work on the left side. And your long bar can get to the right faster than it can to the left. Takes an extra, because of how the pieces spawn, they favor the right side. Oh yeah, like 7-2 or any center well, like if it makes sense in the moment, it's not a bad thing. It's just generally you're going to want to be on that right well. There's going to be times where it doesn't make sense to continue the right well, depending on like a weird RNG that you receive or something like that. But if you can, you want to stick to that right well. To your point, though, it can be it's also just fun to have a center well, right? Especially if you turn on the T-spin settings like we were talking about earlier. All right, Tetris for Messix. Messix actually closing that gap after kind of a shaky start to the match. So pretty neck and neck. Nick Fury with a little bit more score potential still. Yeah, about a Tetris and some change as a lead for Nick Fury. Retro Kibays, welcome in. Saying go Messix. Yeah, Messix is hailing from, I want to say Spain, correct me if I'm wrong. Or that area. I think Nick Fury is Canadian. Ooh, Nedo got Zween and ranked. Good luck, you too. So it looks like Messix is getting a little more comfortable, starting to find their flow after a bit of a rocky start. And if Messix is on their A game, they are going to be very difficult to deal with or to defeat in even a first to two, excuse me. But Nick Fury is no slouch, throwing down pretty consistent play so far. Avoiding setting up that Tetris. I guess they want to play a little more, yeah, like playing safe there. Interesting. That really high left, kind of like conservative stacking. It limits your Tetris potential a little bit because you have like fewer pieces if you're not Tetris ready sooner, but it allows for easier burns when you stack higher left like that. Oh, there we go. Tetris for Nick Fury. A very close match, except Nick Fury Their board is in jeopardy a little bit here. Messix had some cheese at the top of their board, but nabs a Tetris to make it a little safer for stacking. Kind of a dirty Tetris there for Messix. So actually taking a substantial lead as these levels increase, though the score amount for Tetris is higher, so still very close. Anything can happen here. However, the time is running out, so Nick Fury is going to have to make some decisions here, like, do I want to stack for a Tetris here, or... It looks like they are stacking for a Tetris. Oh, will they give him the long bar? Ooh, that'd be a clean Tetris. There it is. Tetris for Nick. This is tricky, because Messix is throwing down the Tetrises, but Nick Fury doesn't really have, like, the best board to conservatively stack for Tetrises. So, kind of hard to decide what to do here. And it's not over just yet. Except Messix can play pretty well. Can they play into... Oh, wow, they can play into 29 here. Ooh, almost a level 30 from Messix, not quite. And still a very good game. Turning up in that post-transition on Messix side, very well done. And Nick Fury, the level choice here. I assume level 18. But up to them. GG indeed. Cabeza going wild. Watching their player do some work. But don't count Nick Fury out just yet. Bit of a rocky start, but yeah, lines that Tetris well once again. Meanwhile, Messix with a goofy start. Set up for a Vitz here, except they're not getting a long bar for the Vitz or for... Oh my god, this is... Oh my god. Nick Fury is good with that Tetris. Messix, that was crazy. Ah, man. The commitment to the Vitz, and then... They almost got over there. That would have been insane. I agree with Mambo. Cool nonetheless. Tragedy, cool nonetheless. Oh, you're right, Zween. This is Messix for sure. All right, decider time. Yeah, on deck we have Shock and Bill Nye. If you are still around, Bill Nye and Shock, give me the cue in chat or any message of your choosing. Just confirm you're here. You are here. Perfect. Sounds good. And I just saw Shock type something. So, yep, you're on deck. And the room code will be in the chat, the Discord chat. And for those of you that want to participate in the future, head to discord.gg/enhance and select the community events role to be notified. Be happy to have you. Whether it's more classic score attack, we usually rotate through the multiplayer modes, but hey, if you are like a classic score attack player and want to mix it up, you'll get paired against players of other players around your skill level. And look at that nice Vitz from Messix into the Tetris. is it vertical eye tuck setup, right? I believe that is the acronym. Correct me if I'm wrong. I should know this by now. Okay. We've had some pretty good matches tonight. It's actually going later than anticipated. But we'll try to get everybody's games in here. Messix with a center left well here. Finds the long bar. Ideally, a perfect time to get another long bar and the single burn. Oh, not going for the single burn. Oh, what a different mindset. I called it, but I was incorrect. It has to be perfect efficiency. Oh, there's the burns. Funny enough, they take 2 burns there, but either way, they are at that right well. And yeah, Messix should be feeling pretty comfortable as they create this messed up stack. As I say that, how do you properly commentate Messix without sounding like you cursing the match? I don't know if that's possible. All right, 2 Tetrises for Nick Fury. Ooh, rough misrotation there for Messix. Not really a quick burn, but yeah, you can set up a sequence of burns here. And sets up for the long bar. There's not a Tetris waiting though, so just bringing this down will be okay. Uh-oh. Messix has the speed though. Can they manage? Ooh, gets the square. Oh no. And Messix tops out. Nick Fury, you are good for game number 3. GG's. Messix is fun to watch. That is for sure. Just constant craziness going on there. And all right, so up next we have, yeah, GG easy from Messix. Oh yeah, it's some input lag. Yeah, from our last showcase, if you ever do want to get help with your input lag, let me know, Messix. There's a science to it, depending on your setup, of course, but all right. So Shock and Bill Nye, we are ready for you. Bill Nye the Science Fry. Oh yeah, it's one of the last messages in the Discord here. Well, I get it. I mean, I play both console and DEC too, and it could feel a little different going between the two. All right, Bill Nye returning for their second community showcase. And Chalk has been a regular here from Australia. Ooh, level 6 start. I do like some level 6 colors. I bring this up every time, but what's everyone's favorite color scheme? I think mine is level 4. 4, 14, 24. Six is pretty good though. 6 has that like old school retro NES. It's like NES colors. It's kind of fitting. Ooh, rough square hang for Bill Nye. What if this really is Bill Nye? I feel like if Bill Nye used their actual Bill Nye the Science Guy as their tag, like, we would just joke about it, even though it is Bill Nye. I feel like this is actually Bill Nye. Just kind of low-key, playing some Tetris. Yeah, thumbs up. Verification. Can't argue with that. Nedlow saying favorite color is 23. If not, then charcoal. Can't say I played on charcoal. Wonder if that'll ever happen. Chances, I think I can safely say no, unless I like, use some cheat codes or something. But all right, Bill Nye had to give up that Tetris, but they still have a little bit of a lead. So yeah, I don't mind this conservative, just bringing their board down, especially given Shock's board state here. A little bit nerve-wracking. Oh, but they're set up for Tetris and get the Tetris. Oh my god, that was so dirty from Shock. I was ready to call the match. Sometimes life isn't fair, but life was very fair and very kind to you in that moment, Shock. And yeah, that Tetris may have kind of secured the lead there, so GG. That was a tense game one. It doesn't matter what level, what speed, how good you are, as long as the game is close, which that game was close. I will enjoy watching it. All right, level 6 again. All right, Bill Nye. Bit of a rocky start. Chalk with a really clean board here. We'll see if that can be maintained. You never know what's going to happen, though. Bill Nye getting some tricky pieces here, actually. Even if you are a good player, there's no like right answer. Well, there might be technically, but not obvious. Right placement for that square, so very nicely done by Bill Nye. Yeah, tricky choice there. They do get that long bar, which will help at least like allow them to begin clearing lines. There we go. Get the double. So Bill Nye needs to go into defense mode to see how they can bring this board down. Meanwhile, Shock maintaining a pretty clean stack. So, ooh, rough hang for Bill. Mr. Nye is having a tough time here, but we'll see if they can learn from their experiments and show the power of science as they downstack, find their way to the bottom here. Ooh. It is rough and classic, and I can see in kind of how Bill Nye is playing that sometimes you see more than one option in like, or you see a you're currently on your trajectory is towards a less efficient option, but then you see a better one, but it's just so hard to move quickly left and right that yeah, it can be difficult to make that adjustment. And making that adjustment at high level is actually very difficult as well. But GG, Bill Nye, thanks for making it out despite being busy earlier. And yeah, at least you guys had that killer game one there. And nicely played from Shock. Bill. Next up we have, last but not least, Misty versus Grass Pelt. If you two are still around, make your way to the lobby. I'll tag you on Discord. This is a hype match. I feel like both of these players can throw down. I don't think Classic is their forte or anything, but pretty sure. I want to say Misty. What is your PB around? Is it 700 plus, or is it more like close to a max out? Pretty sure Misty can throw down. Grasspelt, I'm not sure on your PB or anything like that, but PB isn't always an accurate way to measure multiplayer strength. It can depend on consistency as well, and I feel like Misty can consistently put up some pretty good scores in Classic. Grasspelt, I can't really remember how good they are. I think I've just had the chance to play against Misty more, like back in the day. Ooh, repping full throttle in the lobby. Very nice. All right, when you two are ready. Oh, did we want to? Okay, we're good. We were talking about maybe turning on perfect clears, but we'll be okay. Not that it's gonna happen. Ooh, level 11 action. Good luck, have fun. You know what? I never really consider. We were talking about favorite colors. I never consider level 1 colors. Doesn't come to mind, but I don't mind it. Tetris for Full Throttle, the tournament organization. You may know from Full Throttle Weekly, Ultimate Cup Infinity, Symphony of Score was a killer one. Who was my teammate in that? I think, was I on Super Shockey's team? No. I was on somebody's team. Maybe it was Super Shockey. Where you have, that was really cool, where you have somebody playing Score Attack, somebody playing Classic simultaneously, in like 2v2. Really cool community tournament idea. But yeah, if you ever are trying to play in any of Misty's tournaments, head to the Enhanced Discord. And usually Misty will have a post in our community tournaments channel. And then be sure to join the Full Throttle Discord when that gets posted there to check in for your matches and whatnot. Tetris for Misty. Kind of a rough board here for Grass Pelt. There is an out though. On the right track, there's a very nice triple. Oh, perfect double there for Misty into that Tetris. And yeah, just taking that burn earlier to get to a clean right well. I appreciate, at the attempt for the adjustment there from Misty. I actually wasn't sure either what you should go for. That was a difficult decision to make on the fly. Ooh, dirty Tetris for Full Throttle. And Grass Pelt with that triple. They're so close to getting to that clean right well. Let's see if Grass Pelt can get a PB on today's stream. 324k. I think Grass Pelt can do that. I have faith in players that have proven their skills in modern variants, like Grass Pelt. Grass Pelt is kind of a zone expert in single player. I think they've gotten Impossibilitress on every level in Journey mode, which is a pretty cool feat. But generally, if you have a Tetris brain and the mindset to figure out one version of the game, you can figure out the other. I stand by that. And see it time and time again. So Tetris for Grass Pelt. Actually pretty close match so far. And this time Grass Pelt has the upper hand there with their Tetris well, so they're closing the gap. Misty, she has a bunch of long bar dependencies there, but closes it pretty quickly. I guess the question for Misty now is, like, does she want to just clear this cheese up, which does look like it, or do you want to stack aggressively? And looking like they're going for cleaning up that messy stack. Nedo saying go Grass Pelt and go Misty. Simul cheering. You love to see it. Nedo's the kind of person that brings both jerseys to a sporting event, so that when their team is winning, they can switch to the right jersey. Go Austin. Thank you, Mambo. Can use your support in these trying times. Ooh, I like that decision from Grass Pelt. Opting for the double, opting for that clean stack. Tetris ready. And this Tetris will put Grass Pelt into a higher speed level. 13 to 15 is the same speed. However, 15 is higher scoring. Still a very close match. And you know what? Grass Pelt can... I feel like they're on pace for a PB here. They said 324k, so we'll keep an eye on that. Nice double burn from Grass Pelt. I feel like Grass Pelt has the know-how. It's probably more like execution and practice for controlling the game. They're making really good decisions when it comes to like conservative burns and whatnot. There we go, Tetris for Grass Pelt. I think they're on PB. I don't want to say anything. There it is, Tetris. And that is PB for Grass Pelt. Very nice. So all from here on, it's just bonus points. Or, of course, you can win the match, because this is a versus match we're also in here. This is not single player. So PB and take a game off Misty to boot would be a nice cherry on top. And it's looking possible, because Misty is going to top out here. Only 7k ahead. And then, of course, given the situation, Grass Pelt, feel free to keep playing since you're on PB pace, so don't feel you have to top out. And taking the win. Very nice. Let's see if we can hit that 400k range. Misty is no longer double Grass Pelt's PB. Ooh, there we go. Nice Tetris. No, for real though, I'm seeing really good stacking decisions from Grass Pelt. Likely just don't play too much Classic if I were to guess. And there it is. 395 for Grass Pelt. Very nicely done. Oh, welcome in Dovetail. Hope you're doing well. We're about to close out the stream here after this set. I'm liking this level 11 start. It's a pretty rare level choice because usually people will pick level 12 for scoring potential. Even then, Grass Pelt got a new PB though. Color buff. Don't underestimate the colors. Green means good, affirmative. Let's start on a good note here. All systems go, yeah. Playing any Tetris recently, Dovetail? Any new PBs? Any new techniques learned? And that goes for anybody. There's always something to learn in this game, which is part of the draw. Simple yet complex. I'd love to learn some PC loops after watching Araki destroy zone battle with like those 100+ zones. It's kind of inspiring. Dovetail is still in the full moon 100s grind, slowly chipping away. Yeah, I guess a hard one for that would be score attack. Even then, usually you can get some matches in score attack on full moon, especially if you poke the hornet's nest in the enhanced Discord, like the Feroxenitings. Just let them know that you're in score attack queue. The problem is then if you want to grind, you have to beat them, which is the hard part. But there is a hornet's nest for score attack for sure, if you are looking for matches. Stoic guy saying, I'll play more score attack than what I do with zone. Also, welcome in. Yeah, I feel like on the weekend you can usually find matchup in any game mode. Ooh, rough hang there for Grass Pelt. And, yep, Misty tops out. She takes game number 2, so I decided to end the night. Unless we have a draw. Which happens. In fact, I drew a match against Dormy on accident. I thought I was ahead. That was a long time ago. Can't get used to classic score attack. Yeah, it takes a moment. Not everyone's cup of tea. I was skeptical of it at first, but I think I was inspired by CTWC and watching players. I'm like, okay, I've got to finally give this a go. And once you get the hang of it and get in the rhythm, it's pretty satisfying. Yeah, you just have to get over that mechanical hurdle, right? Like until the game feels good to play, depending on what your preferred control method is. For me, that was DAS. I think DAS can be fun to play once you kind of get the rhythm of it. Because tapping, depending on who you are, can be stressful. But on top of that, just yeah, you have to think about the game a little bit differently. But your fundamentals from other game modes will still carry over. As we see here from Grass Pelt, who's actually doing a fine job with their stacking choices. But you can still see a little bit of like, am I doing this right? Or some like lack of control. But I think Grass Pelt's a good example, as we are watching firsthand, as one where the fundamentals do carry over. Yeah, with DAS, it just means you're holding the left or right. So it's actually more like modern Tetris. If you have finesse, DAS is like finesse and classic score attack rather than tapping. I think that's part of the reason I like DAS as well. Because I even do a little bit of like skill stopping in modern Tetris because I have bad habits from the past. So some of that carries over. CTWC was your intro to Tetris in 2017, so you're classic born and raised. Nice. I actually got into it out of spite because I used to play modern games, and this was like when I wasn't playing Tetris for years, for maybe like 4 or 5 years. I'm watching Jonas versus Joseph, and of course everyone that knew that I liked Tetris messaged me like, "Hey, you see this? Like, why aren't you doing this? Yada yada yada." I'm like, oh, I can beat these guys. Like, they don't look that good. And you don't really realize like how how different it is to play classic and how different of a game it is like to figure out compared to like the newer versions of Tetris, right? With that being said, I got hooked on it, and the community really carried it for me. Like that's when it was kind of having a renaissance on Twitch, and it was like a smaller community on Twitch, so it was more intimate, and tight knit. It was fun. It was a cool time. That was my story with Classic, at least. I know a lot of our players here find it through Tetris Effect, which is a great starting point, honestly. And you get to play against newer players, and eventually make your way up the ladder and play against people have probably seen in CTWC, right? So yes, shout out to Mizuguchi for going to CTWC 2018 alongside Mark McDonald, finding Top Tajima there. And here we are with our Classic Score Attack Community Showcase in 2024. Tetris for Grass Pelt. How's our game looking here? We're actually getting close to transition. Is Grass Pelt going to get another PB? So I think they'll have to hit 400k to PB again. Oh, SNES Tetris is so good. And I like the versus mode on there. It's like kind of a mix between like modern and classic. And there's like diagonal movement on there. Yeah, Tetris and Dr. Mario, yeah. Yes, on classic it is random. It's almost entirely random. You're less likely to get like a string of the same piece in a row after say like 3 to 4 pieces especially. Other than that, it is pretty much entirely random. And then the starting sequence, I think you're limited on your starting pieces. I think in Tetris Effect Connected, that might not be exactly the same in terms of the starting sequence thing, but yeah, Classic Bag is almost entirely random. With that being said, like, this might be a stretch, but even if you want to get better at modern Tetris, there are some fundamentals that you learn through classic Tetris that apply to modern. Just like knowing how to reduce your piece dependencies, stuff like that. And you know what, like, for whatever reason, also GG Grass Pelt, still getting the PB today. And Misty, you can play this out for a second if you want, but up to you. What was I about to rant about? Oh yes, so if you play Classic Score Attack, you might trigger some ideas in your brain that you wouldn't have thought of otherwise. And some of the fastest sprint players actually came from Classic Tetris. Take with that, a grain of salt or whatever, but there are some good fundamentals that are forced in Classic Tetris, with the lack of a hold piece. You have to have good parity, know how to stack for any piece coming up, right? Oh, going for a T-spin. Oh, fractal. There it is. Oh! For the fans. Missed the second spin. Still makes a T-spin noise. I like it. All right, what are we doing here? Okay, T-spin single. Oh! Oh, no! Oh, no! Good try. Going out in style. Appreciate it. And that'll do it. That's a good set to end the night on. Grass Pelt getting that PB. Having plenty of rants. So I think it's at the 2-hour mark. It might be hard for me to focus on my commentary. But yes, thank you everybody for joining tonight. We've got a lot of games in. It ended up being, I thought it started out as a quiet night, and then a lot of people showed up, per usual. So one of our longer streams, actually. So yes, I'm going to call it there. It's actually past 9 p.m. here in Canada on the Atlantic side. So yes. We are going to sign off there. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. And next week, what are we doing next week? Is it score attack time next week? It might be score attack time. I'll check the rotation. I'm pretty sure it's score attack. Yeah, so score attack, we might be doing another special event next Friday. Stay tuned on that, but yeah, I'm not sure quite yet. So we'll probably do some kind of weekend ritual preview in addition to some score attack matches. So score attack was last week. Is that right? Am I crazy? Let's see. Let's confirm this before I sign off. Oh, you're right. Score attack was last week. Are we already back in zone battle? Time flies. We are back in zone battle. That, or we can throw in connected verses. I tend to do more connected verses just because you get everybody involved, right? Yeah, so it'll be either zone battle or connected verses next week. Yes, time flies. I can't believe we're already cycled back. It's like a month. Okay, so thank you everybody for tuning in. That was a lot of fun tonight. And we'll see you next week. So bye-bye wherever you are. And yes, I'll plug the Discord one more time before I log off. If you're lurking and want to play in the future streams, don't be shy. Tetris community is pretty wholesome. But yeah, join our Discord and select that community events tag if you want to be part of future showcases. Or if you're already in the Discord, be sure to select it if you don't have it. And we'll be happy to have you. So until next week, everyone have a good weekend. Tomorrow we have if you play Humanity at all, we have a Humanity stage jam. So we'll be creating stages for with a spring theme in the Discord tomorrow afternoon. So stick around, or if you are interested, be sure to participate. And if you don't even have Humanity, feel free to like grab the Steam demo or something like that, and hop and chat with us and talk Humanity. But yes, signing off. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and see you next week.